Hello, my name is Dan and I work for Toggle. And thanks for joining me. This is your Christmas top 10 tips in 10 minutes. And here we go. We're going to start with some stats and then we're going to move on to the top 10 tips. I hope you find it all super useful. And there's some information at the end, whether you're a toggler or not. Hopefully you'll find it useful. So what is the opportunity around gift cards and what does Toggle do? It's gift cards, it's experiences, pay it forwards, preloaded cards and retail. On average, our mature venues do around £15,000 a year. Around 20% of that is unredeemed revenue. Some stats from the UK Gift Card Association. So 60% of consumers say they've been introduced to a new brand through a gift card. And 7 out of 10 people spend around 55% more than the value of the card itself on redemption. The cool thing there, for me, is the 60% of consumers and the introduction to a new brand. I love a brand. I think you'll love a brand. I buy you a gift card for the brand. You fall in love with the brand. It's like the ultimate word of mouth. We are 2 years old. We launched in October 2018. We work for a ton of brands across the UK, predominantly hospitality, pubs, bars, quick service restaurants, casual dining, fine dining, a whole host of different people. Some stats, misaligned quick stats there. Here's some information from Christmas last year and a little bit of how we're trading this year. So the red line shows that we are trading ahead slightly, obviously apart from the dip lockdown. Christmas will be a big thing. We're already trading slightly up, and the first peak there you can see is Black Friday, which is the end of November. When does it all start? Well, we kind of start ramping up from the 1st of November. Black Friday's busy day, about 900% increase on sales. The second their peak is Cyber Monday, and then you get into that last minute Christmas shopping on the 23rd and 24th of December. As far as who's buying, female to male ratio, about 60-40. We'll see, well, probably it'll be the same again this year. And 37% of all sales are from people aged 31 to 40. I'm sure that's going to change this year. Some Black Friday stats, again, from last year. What we saw was a peak of sales at midday, 900% increase in sales on our platform. There was a spike at about 8 p.m. in the evening. First top tip for you, and this is in the deck as well, but get that email out early to people. People will wake up in the morning and literally purchase. Make sure you let people know in advance what you've got going on. Okay, so we're 2 minutes 47 seconds in, so let's get on with the 10 top tips. Number one, go hard early. So it's going to be fierce this year, the competition, and what you want to make sure is that you're starting off early. You don't really need to wait for Black Friday. We're in lockdown right now. If you've got a really engaged audience, whether that's on social media or on CRM, you can lean on them a little bit. The example here from the Devonshire Arms in Middle Handley, which is a pub in Derbyshire, is a 50% off gift voucher. They did about £12,000 in 3 days on this voucher. And it's very clear as to how you use it and what it can be used towards. So it can be used anytime from January the 18th, 2021 to January the 17th, 2022. So they've made it live for a year, but it's not going to bastardize any Christmas margin. Black Friday, obviously, number two. It can be basic discount or it could be an added value special offer. You do not have to give away margin. And I think that that's really, really important. So you could create a gift card experience. It's a £50 gift card with a free bottle of wine or a 2-course dinner menu with a free dessert. It can be value add rather than discount. You can restrict the times of those Black Friday sales, so you can say it can only be used in January or it's only valid for 90 days. And don't forget, it's not just Black Friday, it's all weekend, Cyber Monday, and then Giving Tuesday, which is an American thing, which is catching on over here. And Giving Tuesday is really good for your pay it forward. Top tip number three, it's a shop. You're an e-commerce business nowadays. So think about it as such. So you can have your shop, you can have your cookbooks in there, you can do aprons, you can do pay it forward, masterclasses, you could do a meet the founder evening with a dinner and a meet the founder with a QA and do a little bit of an event. Obviously, you've got gift cards, you've got your bundles as well, where you can add things together. And a little bit of a nod there to Invisible Chips, which is a great campaign by Hospitality Action. Invisible Chips allows people to literally buy some invisible chips, and that money goes to help people from the sector who are in need. Number 4, make sure you use your marketing tools. So, number 1, Google Analytics. Track the goals of all of those different channels that you've got. Make sure you leverage all of those channels. You can do retargeting with drop basket information. If you use your Pixel ID, if you use your Google tag container, make sure you use your social audience. You can do things like incentivizing your front of house team. And one of our clients, what they used to do is they would give their managers a promo code, and their managers could whisper it in the ear of the best customers, and the best customers then might go online and might save a gift card, or they might buy something and get a little bit of value add. But truthfully, and not many people do a good job of this, is just make it a go-to message across all your channels. Print it on receipts, put it on your email signatures, make sure it's printed, make sure it's displayed, make sure it's on your menus, make sure it's on every email that goes out. Change your Facebook header for it, your Twitter header for it. Just push your gift card sales. Number 5, retail. So this has been a big thing this year, and loads of brands are doing at-home kits, which is brilliant, because all you're doing there is pushing your brand into people's homes. It's helping them remember who you are. It's keeping them engaged. It's a lot of fun. And you've got people like Revolution Bars doing porn star martini kits. You've got Alchemist, amazing Alchemist doing prints that you can literally buy prints on their Toggle store. You can put those on your wall, and every day you're seeing a little bit of the Alchemist. Our friends at Tonkotsu, they've got chili oils and lots of different things like that on their store, and I've got some of that. It's in my cupboard. Every time I open my cupboard, there's the chili oil and the Tonkotsu brand right in front of me. Corporate. So there's not going to be loads of Christmas parties this year. So think about your corporate sales. You might have businesses that are local to you with loads of employees, and you could do a deal with those businesses and say, why don't you buy 50 gift cards? Usually they'd be £2,500. We're going to sell them you for £2,000. They can then digitally send those out to all of their team, or they can print them out and put them in envelopes and send them to their team, or if you've got time, do some plastic cards. But the idea is that you can get a big ticket item, you can sell them in bulk, and then you can drive that return visit once you're back and trading. Number 7, get creative. So we've seen some really cool examples, a little bit like the retail. We've got Pret a Manger and Leon doing subscriptions. So you could set up a subscription. A subscription for a pub could be something as easy as a pint a month or a pint a week. And you could be doing a little bit of a £15-20 a month, and it loads the card with, I don't know, £5 every week, which can be then cashed in to buy a pint or fish and chips or a pie and mash, whatever it might be. But you can be creative with it. The Moe example there is really cool. It's off trade to on trade. So it was by Moe and Chandon from the bottle, Moet, should I say, from the Bottle Club. And then what we did is we served up a unique code which could be used in the Alchemist to cash in for a couple of glasses of champagne. So link up with other brands and package things together, use their reach and let them have your reach, and actually create something that's really cool. Number 8, a minute left. January bounce back. So anybody that visits in December, send them a gift card that they can then use in January. But also think about your Boxing Day sales. And Everybody else will be open on Boxing Day selling off their stuff. Why aren't you pushing it out on your channels, doing a Boxing Day sale? Do a gift card that can be used only in January. It expires if it's not being used at the end of January. Make sure you're crystal clear on all of your comms so the customer is left in no doubt. Number 9, give something back. You've got Gusto doing Pledge One, Cook One at the moment, 10,000 meals for the NHS. And you've got Crust Brothers there as an example. It gave away 300 pizzas to the NHS during first lockdown 1. And obviously think about Giving Tuesday for this, but overall, I think your customers will love you for it. Number 10, mark it up to the wire. So a well-timed email on Christmas morning could get some of your customers absolutely out of a scrape. They don't have to go down to their local petrol station for that last-minute gift. They can buy it from you. And that's it. That's my top 10 tips. I'm 8 seconds over 10 minutes. Just to remind you, Toggle is a platform, a SaaS platform. It's free up to £1,000 of sales, and then it's 5% or a fixed price. You can sign up with no obligation and give it a go at usetoggle.com. Don't let your brand be left out from under the tree this year, and we can have you live in 24 hours. I've been Dan, and thanks very much for listening.